Yeah. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it is a Friday. Or as we like to say, Friday. Okay, I'm excited for this weekend coming up. It is also December 1st today, so everybody make sure you pay your bills. I realized I forgot to pay a couple of bills, so I'm trying to handle that while I'm sitting here talking to y'all this morning. How are you doing, Dan?
Very good. Happy Friday.
How
are you doing?
Friday. I'm good. Had a crazy day yesterday. We are going to have a special guest today. Onika McLean is going to be coming at Onika Comedy, if you want to follow her there. But she's stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And this New York City traffic is no joke, right? But this is always the worst time.
It's a common theme.
And this, well, we'll talk about it more. But anyway, let's start. Oh, and Nick Cannon is going to be joining us today alongside Klondike Blonde. She's featured on his new show,
Future Superstars.
Yes.
VH1.
It comes on Tuesday nights. And so when I tell you her story, when you watch her story on there, oh my goodness, you'll definitely shed a tear when you see where she comes from. But anyway, let's shine a light. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to show some love to. And right now, let's show some love to Lil Wayne. A Millie is Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And today I want to shine a light. I saw this amazing story about a woman from Texas. She created the first ever HBCU dolls. And so they're called HBCYOU, by the way, which I thought is really cute. Brooke Hart-Jones said she was shocked she couldn't find any dolls representing students at HBCUs. And now she has created the first and only HBCU doll line, and it's sold in major retail stores worldwide. And the dolls are super cute. She was looking to buy some as a birthday gift. She's a former toy buyer. She has a background in merchandising. And Purpose Toys, which is a company that supports Black toy businesses, reached out to her to collaborate. That's how she was able to scale her business and sell the dolls at a more affordable price. So now she's in Target, Walmart, Sam's Club, on Amazon, and all of that. So shout out to you for that. And make sure y'all look at these HBCYOU dolls. Brooke Hart-Jones, we shine a light on you. 800-292-5150. Who do you want to shine a light on? What's up, Rayan? How are you?
Hey, Angela. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday. Who would you like to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on myself, Rayan, my brothers, Adib and Amar. We are young entrepreneurs.
Okay. What's your business?
So we're located in Davie, Florida. It's a cell phone business. We do wholesale for our cell phones. We unlock phones. We sell unlocked phones and we repair phones.
Oh, okay. Everybody breaks their phone, so I know that's a good business.
Yes. Come check us out at selfishexpert.com.
Okay. Well, you know what we have for you? And I don't know how y'all going to be able to share this, but we do have some Valentino born in Roma from Valentino Beauty for you. So we want to shine a light on you and your business. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, you too. All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150, in case you couldn't get through. Brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino Beauty. For her, for him, for them. And of course, when we come back, we have your Yeetie, Jeannie Mai versus Jeezy. Now, he has made some claims against her, gatekeeping their daughter, and she's accusing him of certain things. We'll tell you what her response has been. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie is next.
Going way up. Turn up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it's time for some Yee tea. Now, I know Onika McLean is on her way, stuck in a ton of traffic. And for everybody out there, if you're traveling or doing whatever, this is a traffic time, like around the end of the year. Right, Dan?
That's right.
So we're here. So let's start it off with Jeezy. Now, Jeezy has filed for a judge to enforce a consistent custody schedule. He says that Jeannie Mai is acting as a gatekeeper between him and his daughter, Monaco. And according to Jeezy's filing, it has created unnecessary tension and confusion regarding not only parenting time, but also in regard to each parent's role and rights when the child is in their respective custody. And he said it's getting in the way of his ability to develop a solid bond with Monaco. All right. He also said that he does not believe that she is doing this intentionally, though. Well, Jeannie Mai has responded, and she filed yesterday, according to court documents that RadarOnline.com obtained. It says that she did agree to share joint legal custody with Jeezy, but believes she deserves primary physical custody. She admits they signed a prenup, but it's subject to interpretation. And then she kind of alluded to Jeezy cheating. She said wife reserves the right to amend this counterclaim to add other grounds for divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify herein at this time, in the hope that this matter can be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly. And then said wife shows the court that the parties entered into a prenup. Wife further shows the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenup regarding infidelity, which provides in pertinent part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party, so on and so forth. So that's the part of it that implies some type of outside activity. And listen, as y'all know, Jeezy has been saying this.
I be out here getting paper while you sleep. Yeah, once again, real don't cheat.
Real N-words don't cheat. Okay, so I guess now things are heating up between them. It felt like it was going to be very cordial, but now you never know what can happen. All right, Tiffany Haddish could face drug and alcohol restrictions following her DUI. She told Entertainment Tonight that this will never happen again. She's going to get help so she can learn balance and boundaries. But now it looks like she's open to get some help, but there may be some consequences. Prosecutors want her to undergo weekly drug tests to ensure that she stays clean while on bond, and the judge has yet to make a decision on what's going to happen. But, you know, she still is using this for her material. I guess it's her real life, right, Dan? As a comedian, your real life.
Turn it into content, I guess.
Little Scrappy saved a woman from drowning. This is one of my biggest fears now, apparently, because, you know, I can't swim. So Chaotic has apologized to this woman. He actually threw her in the pool, not knowing that she couldn't swim. This happened to me once, too, by the way. And I was like, thought I was going to die.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. I got to learn how to swim at some point. But anyway, and fortunately, people dove in to save her. Little Scrappy did end up rescuing her. Here's what Chaotic had to say.
Yo, I just want to send another apology out to the girl that almost drowned on 420 this year. My intentions was never to hurt nobody. I'm a fun person. I just be trying to have fun. It was a lit party. Everybody was throwing each other in the water. I don't have experience in being a lifeguard. I ain't know what the hell to do. She was pulling my shirt. I almost drowned it too. If I would have tried to help her, I definitely would have drowned myself.
Okay, so that's his apology. And that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what happened and what we did last night. I had quite a time. But right now, let's get into, speaking of the weekend earned it. It's way up.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guest co-host has arrived.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Onika McLean. Now, we're going to give you a pass. Onika's a hilarious comedian because I know that you were doing Beyonce things last night. So you're allowed to get a pass to be late to something the following day. So what did you do last night?
So me and a bunch of comedians, we rented out a movie theater. And we did Beyonce, like if we went to the concert. So we all dressed up. Everybody had to have on silver and black. And we just kind of like did it like the Oscars. And then, you know, comedians. So when she started doing her dance numbers, everybody started getting up in the theater and we was doing dance. The energy was amazing. We had fun.
Oh, that's so... Listen, and I was with Yamanika last week, and she told me about it, and I definitely... Because the movie did come out last night in certain theaters.
Yes.
So how was it?
It was inspiring. It was just like... She just, as a new animal, it seems like Beyonce always just transforms herself, and she just transformed herself into something that's like a little bit human, but mostly alien. saying? That's what it feel like. I'm like,
Mostly
damn.
alien. Oh man, and Beyonce is right. When I've been seeing all the trailers and people talking about it, how she's like, I don't have anything to prove to anybody.
Yes.
That's a good space to be in.
Could you believe? Just be like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, come, show up, support.
She says she's the bar.
Yeah, and Beyonce also dropped a new song today.
No, I did
See,
not know
you were
that.
so busy.
I did not know that. For
doing
real?
the uh-oh yesterday that you didn't even realize.
She didn't even do that.
Yes, it's called My House.
Oh, really?
And that goes along with the whole theme. Dan, how is it? You said it's amazing, right? We're playing it.
It is really good, yeah. We'll play it in New Music Friday.
We're playing it in New Music Friday.
What is it about? What's her house? What does it mean?
I mean, that's where y'all was at.
This whole world is her house.
World, Twitter, Instagram, it's all Beyonce's house.
It's all Beyonce's house.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you have that energy for the Taylor Swift concert when it came out? No? Okay.
One of the comedians will remain nameless. It was like, Taylor who?
No. But, Taylor Swift did attend with Beyonce, so we like to see the two of them since they both put out, powerful women. So they were together. And so shout out to them. Yeah.
Shout out to them.
She
Girl
went
power.
to the premiere. She wore silver also, Taylor Swift.
They were talking about Beyonce, right, with her silver. I was like, okay, don't play with the beehive.
Do not play with the beehive. All right, so shout out to them. And I know that is going to do amazing.
Yeah.
We'll be following those numbers, but we've been talking about it. And then after that, it'll be streaming. And so we don't mind putting money in Beyonce's pocket.
Right. Everything, all the credits were like Beyonce. It was like set designer, Beyonce, costume, Beyonce. I was like, she was like, I'm going to just do all the jobs.
Okay.
And y'all fall in line.
Well, last night, I was out again. There's this restaurant that I always go to in the city called Jasmine's. Now that's like my new spot because it's right near my job. And then they have another place called Samir. So I went there yesterday, but they were filming, right, for Good Day New York by chance with the owner.
Oh, nice.
And so then I ended up doing an interview.
Really? You did a spot? Look.
I did. I had to.
PR.
I had to support because I love to see, and I told her this, and I had mentioned her on Shine. I like to see a black woman on 46th Street in Manhattan. You know, that row right there is Restaurant Row. To have a black woman own restaurant too now, that's a very huge accomplishment. And so I was happy to be able to be there to jump in the conversation.
Oh, all that girl power.
So that was my night last night. And clearly I can't drink like I used to because I passed out after that.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. But when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. Now, I don't know if you've ever done Tell Us a Secret, or were you here when we did Tell Us a Secret?
I think so.
You were. And we just had a viral moment that happened on Monday. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But anyway, Tell Us a Secret. That's where you guys call in. And this is not scripted. We are not having actors call in. Y'all really calling in. Now, if you lie, I don't know. But 800-292-5150. If y'all can top what happened on Monday, and I mean top, call us up. 800-292-5150 is way up. Way up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my comedian friend, Onika McLean, is here.
Yay!
And it's time for you guys to tell us a secret. And believe me, she's heard it all, so we are not going to judge you. You get to remain anonymous. So 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm here. Onika's here. We're not here to judge you. We just want to hear your secret.
So it's not my secret. It's my friend's secret.
Okay, sure thing. We'll go with it.
So I work in the food industry, and my general manager, he's not too old. He's in his 30s, but he started texting my friend who used to work there. She don't work there no more. And he's married with 2 kids.
Ooh.
And they have, hung out, had an affair. And I know, and I'm the only one that knows. And he knows I know.
Uh-huh. So what are you going to do with that information?
I've just been biting my tongue, girl. I don't know what to do. I'm scared.
She want to snitch so bad.
She's like, how can I get a raise with this information? Does he act weird to you at work?
Yes, there's this animosity. Sometimes he'll be weird, and sometimes he's really cool. It's so bipolar with his mood.
It might be sexual frustration or something towards you.
No, for real. I feel so bad too. It's and he's got 2 kids. Oh my gosh.
The kids probably be coming in there, his wife coming in to eat.
Yes, and I've waited on them before too, and it's just girl, I gotta. Because it's like my best friend, too, so I don't want to, rat her out, like do something, get her involved in something. And
Right. And then they're going to be mad at you. Like, oh, so you just sit here serving us knowing he's sleeping with the... Yeah.
Now it's your fault.
Well, thank you for sharing. I mean, there's nothing she could really do about it anyway.
Can't even talk. You can't even
Right. I just wanted to get it off my chest. I listen to the show every day. I've been calling, trying to tell my secret.
Thank you for calling and sharing. Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Angie?
I'm good. Me and Onika are here, and we are here not to judge you, just to hear
Hi,
your
Onika.
secret.
Hey, darling.
So my secret is, for the past 4 years, I've been doing feet porn on OnlyFans.
Oh, nice.
Okay, feet porn. All right.
Ooh, you got nice feet?
I guess so, because I've been making a lot of money.
Like, what's a lot of money?
I can make anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 a month.
Ooh,
What? For feet porn? And your face is not on it?
Not at all.
Okay, what size shoe you wear?
I'm a 7.5, 8.
Okay,
so
that's
that's
a good
regular.
size. Yeah, that's a cute size.
I thought maybe she had 11 or something, because the fetishes, you make more money with the fetishes.
So what you be doing with your feet? Like, what is...
So basically, like, it's like the toes. Like, men love, like, sexy long toes. They love sexy long toenails.
You don't have no corns or nothing, huh?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's a skill in itself.
I think that's a good option.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it at all.
The thing is, my family and friends have no idea.
I think it's respectable.
They think you're in sex work if you're starting to make $15,000 a month.
You out here buying fur coats.
I know. They're like, how are you bringing all this money with your business? And I just been like, just staying motivated and...
All right, well, thank you for sharing. If you feel like sharing your OnlyFans page, go ahead.
No, I can't say
She
it.
don't want people to know her voice. Okay, I got you, girl. All right.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
You too. She got out of here fast. All right, well, that was Tell Us a Secret.
Yeah, that was a good secret.
That was a good question. You said what size are your feet? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because if it's big, it's more. Like if you have like a size 12 foot and you're a woman, you'll put it in like little shoes. Like
It feels like you're on OnlyFans.
I'm not, but I read an article.
All right, well, when we come back, we have a Yeetie, and Fat Joe in Defending Young Thug has made some admissions about himself and his music. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Onika McLean is here with me. What's your Instagram, Onika?
Onika Comedy.
Okay.
Onika Comedy.
All right, so guys, make sure you follow her. Hilarious. Let's get into some Yeetie. Saucy Santana. Now, he had, there's this video where they're doing a video shoot, and I guess women are auditioning, and Saucy Santana had a problem with women's appearance. Here's what he said in that video.
All right, let's just get this up.
Hey, Susanna Boogie.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
I don't know why they keep bringing girls out here.
Let me find out you trying something.
I'm not trying nothing. And then y'all even got no bad. She had no BBL. Her makeup wasn't done. Like, what are we doing? She just came out and said,
Now, there was a lot of backlash, right, for saying, women with no BBLs and she ain't got no lashes, all of that. Well, he went on live to defend what it was that he was saying and explain himself. Here's what Saucy said.
I like super glam girls. I just always love Barbie doll girls, high, heavy glam girls. That's just my preference. That don't make nobody else less than or natural girls not that.
Okay. He used to be a makeup artist, too.
Yeah, so of course he likes all the glam up, but you ain't got to get a BBL to glam
Yeah,
up.
no, you don't have to get a BBL.
You can just get a faja.
Yeah. Or you get some booty pops.
Yeah, that part.
The underwear with the padding on it that people used to really be into.
It's so crazy. I had to hold my stomach in before. Now they could just be a whole new person underneath. It's so good. I love AI.
All right. Now let's talk about this Young Thug and YSL Rico trial. We all know we've been watching as everything's been happening with the prosecution and the defense handling their arguments. And so a recent court development called into question a state's witness who claimed that one of the co-defendants threw gang signs at them. The defense attorney then pushed back on this assumption and got the witness to admit they have no idea what gang sign they reportedly saw.
Right.
So if somebody's throwing gang signs at you, you have to know what the gang sign is.
Right.
'cause
How
maybe
would
it's
you
not-
know?
How would you know it's a gang sign?
It could be peace.
Sometimes I'll be in pictures with people and people be like, they throwing up gang signs in the picture and I don't know. But sometimes people would be like, yo, do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing nothing with my hands
You be like,
but a peace sign.
You be like, I'm not claiming no sets.
Yeah,
No.
by accident. All right. Now, another thing that happened is people were talking about how the jurors' faces were seen. And so the judge was in court and said that, he wants to make sure that no third parties are reaching out to any of these jurors or anybody that's in the courtroom. Here's what the judge said.
Members of the media, would it be appropriate or could I ask your assistance in not filming? You may do audio of our next witness, but the court would ask that you not film him, okay? I particularly need to know if any third parties try and reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because now the state is responsible for the jurors' safety.
Absolutely. All right, and Fat Joe is also defending Young Thug. He was sitting down on CNN with Gayle King, and here's what he had to say about his own lyrics, because they are using lyrics in this trial against him.
That his lyrics can now be used against him in this trial.
That's horrible. It's a travesty. I've been rapping professionally for 30 years. I've lied in almost 95% of my songs. I write like I feel that day. I'm just being creative. You couldn't build the jail high enough for the lyrics I've said on songs, which are all untrue.
Wow.
Right.
All right. He went hard to
But even if he was lying, he like, oh, you're not going to incriminate me. Like, that don't make sense. It's an artistry. Some people just get those lyrics from God, even if it's out, shoot you in the neck. Pop, pop. Right?
That's a terrible sounding song, Onika. All right. Well, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. And these are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. But right now, since you love Beyonce so much, let's throw it back to some classic Beyonce and Jay-Z, Bonnie and Clyde. It's Way Up.
That relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Onika McLean is here with me.
Woohoo, guys.
Woohoo. And these are your under the radar stories that are not necessarily in the headlines, but the first one we have today is definitely in the headlines. It's breaking news. Former Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, who's the first woman on the Supreme Court, died. The court announced this morning. She was 93 years old, and she died due to complications related to advanced dementia.
Wow.
All right, so
prayers to her family.
Back in 2018, she revealed in a letter that she had been diagnosed with the beginning stages of dementia, probably Alzheimer's disease. And she wrote, while the final chapter of my life with dementia may be trying, nothing has diminished my gratitude and deep appreciation for the countless blessings of my life.
Wow.
All right. So that's she's a monumental person. So our condolences. But 93, we should all pray to live that long.
Yeah. I just want to remember it though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
All right. South Africa, they have the 4-day workweek pilot program, and it has returned positive results while proving that a lot of employees didn't opt to call off on Fridays as many predicted. Less than 1 in 4 workers opted for a week that ends on Thursdays. There were more than 28 companies that participated in the experiment, with many offering flexibility on what days employees could choose not to work. And so workers experienced a 4-day work week without any loss of pay for unworked days.
Yeah, because you get probably more done with less. That's the nobody wants to go back to work full time in America.
Right, and employees also had to commit to delivering the same output for participation in this experiment, with a 20% cut in time spent at work. Listen, if you tell me I can have this day off, all I got to do is make sure I get all my work done. You'll be going overtime.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, to get everything done.
So many people, but you know what it is? Getting people in the office Monday through Friday, that gives more money. Like, think about it. If you're not going to the office on a Friday, then those businesses around there are not generating income.
Right.
It's like a whole domino effect.
You're absolutely right about that. So they'll have to figure all of that out, but maybe just different days, different people have off or something like that.
Just switch it. What it is, after the pandemic, nobody is working that hard for anybody except themselves. It just...
Talk about it. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. We got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, today, Nick Cannon is going to be joining us with one of the artists that he has profiled on his new series that's on VH when it comes out on Tuesdays. It's called Future Superstar, and Klondike Blonde is one of them, and she'll be joining us as well. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee with my guest co-host Onika McLean here
Hey,
today.
guys.
Hey guys. All right, and let's get into some Yee Tea. First of all, Funny Marco, he was on stage at the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, Florida, and he, for the first time, addressed why he put out this video for his podcast with G Herbo and Southside. Now, if you don't remember what happened, here's a flashback to a snippet of that.
If you guys became the Undertaker, who'll be Kane? Who'll be Undertaker?
I would be Undertaker, he'll be Kane.
He'll be Undertaker, I'll be Kane.
What makes him Undertaker?
If he Undertaker, who else I'm gonna be, dumbass? Idiot. Ain't they brothers?
You could be the referee.
No, you the referee. Stupid.
Referees do be trash.
Where you get that hat from, bro? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I got this from Target.
Let me see this stupid ass hat. That dumbass on, dude.
He threw his hat.
Damn.
I know. It was really mean.
It wasn't funny at all.
Well, here's what Funny Marco had to say on stage about the incident.
The called my team and said, put that out. Like, what y'all scared? Show everything. Like, show your real. Put it up. Put it out. Okay, Mr. Herbo. Go viral. Call. Take down. Take down. Take down. No, you, Mr. Herbo.
Right, because it's going to cost you money, right?
So first they were like, put it out, put everything out. And then they were like, take it down. All right. And Lenny Kravitz believes that black media has ignored his contributions. He went on social media and basically said, to this day, I have not been invited to a BET thing or a Source Awards thing. Oh. And it's like, here's a black artist who has reintroduced many black art forms, who has broken down barriers, just like those that came before me broke down. That is positive, and they don't have anything to say about it. And he has a lot of collabs. Let me tell you, he performed at the iHeartRadio Festival this year and was amazing. Yeah. By the way.
You know what it is? I think from the time of Lenny Kravitz, we like put people in boxes. Now the latest generation, there's no boxes. We just take it all down. And I feel like they just probably, I bet you Lisa Bonet never got invited either.
That's a good point. Let me tell you something. It Ain't Over Till It's Over is one of my favorite songs. When he did that, I love that song.
I love him.
And when that
He's so
first starts, that's the other thing. People definitely, the ladies love Lenny Kravitz. All right, well, let's get into some new music today also. Sexy Red, she has put out a stacked deluxe edition of Hood Hottest Princess. And here is one of the songs featuring Summer Walker. We could have played a lot of other things, but this was the cleanest one we could find. It's called I Might.
I might call that phone with my nigga and acting up. I might.
Yes, I love this stuff.
You love some.
It's so empowering. It's like, whatever.
Whatever.
Be a hoe.
Let's go crazy. And then also a new single that's out today that I cannot believe that we have not been playing nonstop is Beyonce. Here is My House. Okay.
Yeah, Beyonce, it's a war song.
That's how you feel when you put your movie out. Let's go. And other new music out today. Millie, shout out to Millie's Holy Water is out today. Wiz Khalifa has a mixtape, Decision. Kevin Gates has a mixtape, The Ceremony. Big Scar, Frozone. K Chanada has an EP, Lover, Friend, and OMB Peasy, Le Paris. All right. And when we come back, Onika, we got to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to make sure everybody listening today can understand just how amazing and funny you are. So we'll do that when we come back. It's Way Up.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guest host, Onika McLean, is here.
We're back.
And we're having a good time with you today, but I want to make sure that everybody knows who you are as a comedian.
Okay, cool.
And some of you. Why are you going there?
I'm like, okay, it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn. All right, because how old were you when you started comedy?
Oh, well into my 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love a story like that because I feel like, okay, maybe I'll start doing it.
You could do it.
And I will not. But so what were some of what did you do before that?
Legal. I was in law for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then when my kids were getting older, I was like, what do I want to do for myself? And I always wanted to be an actress. And then I took a comedy class with the seller and I fell in love with the immediate gratification of all that energy. And you get to talk for like a generation that a lot of people don't talk for, right? Because I'm an older black woman in comedy and I'm not like, I haven't been in it for 30 years. Mm-hmm. So I've been in corporate America for a long time. So I have that perspective.
Yep.
And then
you probably got some great stories.
Yes.
Relatable to people in the audience because, you know, you didn't have the okay, I was, working the rooms and doing this and doing that for 20 years. And now I finally, you don't have that story.
I don't have that story. And then I was divorced and I have 2 kids. And
daughters, right?
2 daughters, yep. And just trying to raise millennials and like a different kind of single mom, because I went to college with them. And so all my comedy is just about that life, like the transition, the transformations, and you get to speak for Black women that have had that experience. So that's why I do it.
Now let's talk about some exciting things that you have coming up too.
Okay, cool. So I am opening up for Marina Franklin at the City Winery on the 16th.
Marina.
Hey Marina. I did a comedy special that we're still shopping or whatever, so that is exciting.
I need to see this.
Yeah, so because I talk all about my life and my experiences and work and life. And
can you make anything funny, like when you were going through a divorce? You find the humor in that, or
well, you find the humor in it after, right? You find it because it's the nuances of it that connects us, right? You be like, I don't want a divorce. My daughter used to be like, I don't want to be divorced. I'm like, me neither, but I mean, I keep cheating. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And then I just bring that to the stage, and then I just make it funny.
Right. So you feel like you're happier now than you've been.
Yes, because I have a microphone. Like I lived my life because that's what I thought people wanted to see from me. I came from the projects in East New York, and then I dropped out of high school, and then I went back and went to college. So I messed with drug dealers and in the 90s, all that craziness. And then to change my life the way I changed my life, I changed it and it was amazing, but it was for what society would have deemed success.
Okay.
And comedy is for me.
This is a great story because I'm from Brooklyn, so I always love a nice success story. And you know what? Somebody is trying to reach out to you too, Mano.
Okay.
Mano has a family member that's trying desperately to get in contact with you. So, but anyway, so Onika McLean, make sure you follow her. Okay,
yes,
Onika Comedy. Is that right?
Onika Comedy.
Onika Comedy.
Or OnikaMcLean.com. You can go on there.
And she did not get her name from Nicki Minaj.
No, I'm older than her.
Yeah. Put that out too. All right. Well, right now, since we're talking Brooklyn, let's get into some Pop Smoke. All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guest host, Onika McLean, is here with me.
Hey, how are you?
And 800-292-5150 is a number for Ask Yee. Mark, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Angela?
Nothing. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Calling from Texas.
Okay, all right. What part of Texas?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. I was just there.
Really?
For the Honeyland Festival. So what is your question for Ask Yee?
My question is, me and my family are about 10 finna make us down to New York City to, see the sights and do things. Going to places like, Statue of Liberty, Rockefeller Center, things like that. We want to know places where we can go, get something to eat, do a little shopping.
Okay, shopping, eat. There's also a lot of really fun things to do. All these ice skating rinks. There's another one that just opened up. There's a winter wonderland experience.
Downtown Brooklyn, right? In the Dumbo area?
Yeah, they have the ice skating rink and things like that. You got to make sure you go to Brooklyn. I'm going to give you some restaurants. Y'all like hookah?
Got some kids with everybody over 18. I don't want to do no hookah with my daughter.
I don't want to do no hookah with his daughter.
Okay, well, there's a restaurant called Lagos that's in the city.
Oh.
All right, that's an amazing Afro-Caribbean type of restaurant. There's also Tatiana's, and then there's Jasmine's that's in the city, and they'll love that. But if you go to Brooklyn, you have to go to the Grill.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite places if you like Caribbean food.
Yeah, we gonna try it.
You guys if you come to New York, you got to try some Caribbean food. And those places are actually really fun to go eat at. And then you got to go see some plays on Broadway. Are y'all going to go to a Broadway play?
Nah, we not Broadway. We not doing the Broadway.
No, but
let me tell y'all, they got MJ the musical.
And if you go that day, you could get it for $50.
Listen, if you like Michael Jackson, the musical on Broadway is amazing. You guys will love it. And then there's The Lion King. Alicia Keys has her Hell's Kitchen play. That's all based on, loosely based on her life.
You know what I did? The balloons exhibit downtown on the east side. I went in there. That was really nice.
And you know what? The 18, 19-year-olds, they're going to love some Instagrammable things.
Okay. What about some shopping?
Oh,
some urban clothing.
Urban clothing. Oh, he better go downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah,
right?
you
better go to Vim's. You got to go to Vim's.
There's a lot of boutiques here. So I would say, Brooklyn around the Barclays.
What about the Century 21? That's back open, right?
Yeah, Century 21 is open. So that's a nice discount name brand clothing store. But there's also, what's the store that everybody goes to right by the Barclays? Vinny's. Yeah, you got to go to Vinny's Styles in Brooklyn. That's where everybody goes. There's a Kith right there also.
Or Marshall's. I don't know what your budget is, but there's a budget. There's a
lot of sales right now. And then I think just for the Christmas experience of shopping, y'all got to be on Fifth Avenue in the city. Even if it's just to walk around
and look at
just
the
to
lights.
see all the windows and the lights. Like, you got to go to Fifth Avenue and just see all of that. Like, just see the displays outside of Tiffany's, Louis Vuitton, Bergdorf, Saks, Gucci, all of that. You have to see what that looks like, because again, those would be great pictures to be able to take too. It just looks amazing.
Go in Bergdorf.
Yeah, go in.
It's so pretty.
That's all good. Y'all think y'all got an email? Y'all can email me a lot.
We're going to send them bullet points.
Okay, Dan, our producer, said he's going to email it to you, so hold on.
Problem.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, that was Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is the number. And when we come back, Nick Cannon is going to be joining us alongside Klondike Blonde, featured on his new show, Future Superstars, on VH1. And, of course, Nick Cannon's always a good time.
Yes.
All right, it's way up.
Turn it up. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And Mano
That's right, I'm here.
is in the building. Nick Cannon is here.
Yeah.
And Klondike Blonde is here too. Yes,
ma'am.
The future superstar.
Yes. Listen, so you're on the third episode? Fourth episode.
Yes.
Okay, I saw Simba. I saw Big Boss Vet.
Yeah.
And then I did get a chance to see your episode
You did?
too. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I felt like I was just wanting to give you a hug as soon as you walked in.
Right?
For up and coming artists to hear their stories,
Yeah.
it is something that really, I think, will also help you connect to the music better.
Yeah. Real talk.
How did you pick Klondike Blonde to be featured?
The crazy thing about, and one of the reasons why I even created Future Superstars on VH1 is because you don't get to hear these artists and get to know them. She had a song that was popping, like going crazy. She had her Drip record that was like crazy on TikTok. My kids knew it, and to be honest, I was like, it was one of them songs. Like, man, no, turn that song off. Like, I'm back on my Drip, and I'm like, I had no connection to it. She had like celebrities doing the dances and singing the songs, and then when I found out the artist that made it and all that she had been through, and the levels of trauma she had experienced, and how her music helps her deal with anxiety and stuff, I was like, oh, we need to tell these stories. That's how you find superstars, because they having fun music and all that, but you don't know what these people are going through. Right. So the fact that, this is a perfect platform for someone like a Klondike Blonde, because you hear the song, you see the millions and millions of streams and all of that, but you don't know that there's a person working their ass off, actually trying to provide for their families. And now we get to shine the light on it, because when you think VH1, you think of like behind the music. And that's usually a retrospective approach from the artist once they've become superstars and made it, and then they tell their story. Now this is like the origin story. This is like before the music.
All right, Mano's with me. Nick Cannon is here alongside Klondike Blonde. And I do want to say, just hearing your story, certain things I related to, because you're Black and Venezuelan, right? And you didn't grow up with your mom necessarily. Mine was like the opposite, because my dad is Chinese, my mom is Black, and I know we talked about this, Nick, on one of your many other shows. But my grandparents had an issue with my dad marrying a Black woman, too. So there were a lot of things that we had to deal with growing up, and I know that's not easy.
Like, your own grandparents don't necessarily accept you like that. That got to be something to where it's like just based off of the color of your skin.
Grow up in that.
You know what I mean? The people that are supposed to be like your favorites, and the people are like, it's like, so even starting from the very beginning, I mean, her trauma has been heavy.
But the good thing is your dad really did step up.
He did. He did his thing, because he was young too, didn't really know what he was doing, but he tried, so.
You know what, and speaking of family, Nick, you know what, with your dads. No, I was going to talk about your brothers. I was going going to talk about your brothers, not the kids. I'm sorry, that didn't come out right.
Anytime Nick hear family, he go,
oh man, another one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I sit down with Nick, there's another announcement.
Yeah.
Right? Today I wanted to talk about your brothers because you're the oldest.
Yeah.
And you have four
younger brothers.
4 younger brothers
Yeah.
who also are they all in the entertainment industry? In
Somewhat
some way?
in the aspect of either they've worked in production or they do music or at some aspect, but it's kind of always been in our family.
Because I know one of your brothers worked on Wildin' Out.
And,
So
and
how
one
much?
Gabriel won the show.
That's what made me really see that Step Up, the Claim to Fame show.
Yeah. But interestingly enough, that Gabriel, along with my other younger brother, I created it when I was an executive at Def Jam. I signed them to Def Jam, and they were in a R&B rap group called Riders and Artists that kind of had like this Jodeci vibe, and they had like a cool little record that was buzzing and moving, and I put them on tour with Mariah. They went all over the world opening for her, and then but you see how sometimes the nepotism can actually hurt.
It can backfire.
Yeah, because like they were Nick Cannon's brothers opposed to like, these artists are just dope. And they were, and still are. But it's like sometimes, and I would say like, maybe don't lead with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like lead with just being dope and then let people find out that we're related, or especially because in the space it's like, you just got your record deal because of this, or you just on tour. So you want them to have to work past that. And I think now watching them kind of shine and do things on their own is pretty dope.
All right, Nick Cannon is here, and from his new show, Future Superstars on VH1, Klondike Blonde is here. We have more with both of them and Mano. When we come back, it's Way Up.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mano is here with me, and we are talking to Nick Cannon about his show Future Superstars, and one of the featured episodes has Klondike Blonde on it. And so, Nick, now I saw you left a nice message for Cassie in the midst of all of everything that's been happening with Diddy.
Man, and as we all sit here, we've been in this game for a long time, and there's a lot of things that we probably don't know the details on, but we all on the outside looking in, and like when you start to hear stuff, you don't know how to feel because like these people or you've seen it, and I'm like, damn, is that what was going on? And so we just like the audience, we sitting back, praying and hoping for the best, but then at the same time, when individuals, it's like a family member. When you hear something happen, like, damn, I don't agree with the behavior, but I care for the person. When you think about Diddy, think about all that Diddy has done for the culture. And because we witnessed this, whether it's with R. Kelly to Bill Cosby and stuff, like we're watching it in real time, and we don't know how to feel because one, we don't know the truth. You know what I mean? We don't know what, and
we don't know everything.
We don't know everything. When it's revealed, it'll be revealed. And then when we are presented whatever the actual truth is, it's like, all right, well, how do we feel about what we've signed on for to be a part of that person's movement?
All right, Mano's with me. Nick Cannon is here alongside Klondike Blonde. It's interesting because so I talked about Ida, and she just said this on my podcast. She was talking about an experience she had on Wildin' Out with another cast member that, did something to her. And it did affect her, but she never said anything about it. And so for women, sometimes it is hard in the moment when you feel like people have more power than you.
I'm so glad you brought that up because there's been times, and it was Jessie Wu, who actually, she started off as a Wildin' Out girl. And it was a colorism conversation about her being one of the dark-skinned girls and not being exotic enough. I knew nothing about it. And then she kind of went viral and told her story. And I called her immediately. Like, first of all, why didn't you ever tell me this?
Right.
And then we created a relationship and a bond just from hearing her story. And she eventually became a cast member and now is thriving in so many different ways just as talent. But it took her to have the courage to kind of, and again, because sometimes you don't know what to say. You don't know. Someone can offend you. Someone can do or say something in the workspace, and you don't know. Right. You don't want to lose your job. You don't know what. You don't know if this was said in jest or somebody was just kidding. Or so in environments like that, it's a sensitive space. Right. So in being someone, I've been the talent and I've also been the boss. You got to just be very careful with one, how you handle people. I believe if you just good to people, at the end of the day, the universe is going to serve you in the correct manner.
As long as you know I represented myself in the right way, no matter what.
Yeah, but even like with all of these new cases and law, like it's a scary time.
And I think as women, a lot of times we're hesitant to come forward. People are like, oh, you trying to make a black man go down, and sometimes we feel like we don't want to be responsible for that.
Well, as black women, you guys have been our protectors for so long, and it's you guys have taken the wounds and the stripes to say, all right, I'm gonna stay quiet, but now is your season of, I gotta speak my truth, I gotta let it out. Because I understand that narrative of, oh, why you want to tear a black man down, but if it's like, we need to build the black woman up.
All right, well, listen, I appreciate it, and thank you for coming up here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
And for sharing your story. And the holidays are coming up, all right? What are you guys doing for... Nick, why are you laughing?
Because I'm gonna be tired. I gotta put on the Santa suit now.
You gotta get that slave now.
You know what? Buster was talking about how he had all his kids together for the first time, right? Have you had all of them in the same room?
I have on occasions, like when my grandmother turned 80. It's a charitable event that I'm gonna do at Easter, that I'm renting out this giant museum of like toys, and I'm gonna do an Easter egg hunt, and it's big as like it's a whole city block, so I can have all my baby mamas there. They ain't got to see each other. It's gonna be an Easter egg hunt for real.
This is your wing. This is your wing.
Y'all, if y'all happen to run into each other, just say hey.
Are any of them friends with each other?
Yeah, I mean, again, I always let them kind of share the narrative the way that they want to, but I mean, if you pay close attention, you see, like, everybody's cordial. It's my family. You know what I mean? I can't explain now. 12. I'm at 12. I'm at 12.
Okay. Mano, relax. Don't try to compete.
They're like
You got time.
At 30, I didn't have no kids.
See?
It's so fast.
You went on a
crazy. Late bloomer.
A shooting spree.
Oh my God.
What are you doing for the holidays?
I think I'm going to kick it with all my little siblings. I normally go see them for the holidays up in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right. Well, good. Well, thank you again. And when can people tune in?
Future Superstars on VH1. We turning up every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday night. Yeah. All right. And when we come back, you guys have the last word. It's way up.
Up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Onika McLean has been here with me guest hosting today.
Yes, I have fun.
And we always going to have some jerk chicken. Mm-hmm. But again, thank you to Nick Cannon for coming through always. I don't know how this man promotes so many different things. He has so many shows, I can't even I know he don't even remember.
Can you imagine his meditation life? It's like all that. He just be like, wait, God, wait.
Hold on, my phone's going off. But he has his artist, not his artist, but Klondike Blonde, who is an artist who signed to Hitco. Mm-hmm. She was featured on this series, and he brought her up there. And when I tell you, if you watch her episode, you'll definitely cry.
Really?
When you see certain things about her family, things she's gone through. She has a brother she's really close to, and he unfortunately got into a really bad car accident. Mm-hmm. And when you see him on there and see he's like smiling, but he can't. He's just grabbing her sweat. You got to watch it and see just the things that artists are going through. People in general that you never, ever know. But you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. Make sure you follow my girl, Onika, at Onika Comedy.
Yay,
all right? And she's outside. So make sure you go see some of her stand-up, too, whenever you have the opportunity to do that, because she is amazing. And, of course, you guys have the last word, 800-292-5150.
Okay, so I was in a relationship for about a couple years. I was getting cheated on within our last year. So when I found out about it, I asked him. He acted like it was crazy, like it was my fault. I found out I knew this girl, thought they was friends, but the whole time they was dealing with each other. So to get my revenge back, I slept with his dad, and it was great.
Hi, I want to shine a light on my nephew, Jaheim Fisher. We live in Virginia on the Eastern Shore, so anybody that knows it's a small area and they don't have public transportation. And he created a public transportation company to service this area. It's called Wave Riders. Look him up, waveriders.com. And he's only 22, a young entrepreneur. And I'm so proud of him. Love you.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.